Where's the lying news agency of Nigeria? Are they here? Those liars and deceivers, are they here? That distort the news. You don't know what law is. You don't know what justice is. Where's the news agency of Nigeria? What are they? You don't know that God is a God of justice. You don't know that? That God in heaven is a God of justice. You don't know that?
So my people, the court session everyone's been waiting for has finally happened, and this time, it was Nnamdi Kanu himself that spoke, and what he said caught everyone by surprise. He stood in that courtroom, calm but firm, and told everyone listening, God will give me justice. The whole place went silent for a moment because those words carried power, faith, and frustration all at once. Now, you need to understand why this moment matters. For a long time, we've heard about motions, adjournments, back and forth between lawyers, but Kanu himself had rarely spoken publicly inside that courtroom. So, when he finally spoke, it wasn't just about his trial, it was a message that went far beyond those walls. If you're watching right now, please like this video, show some support, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss updates like this one. Kanu's statement, God will give me justice, tells you one thing, he's not putting his hope in the system alone anymore. He's relying on a higher power, a sense of moral justice. It's as if he's saying, even if the court fails me, heaven won't. And that kind of statement connects deeply with a lot of Nigerians who feel like justice doesn't always come from the system. But here's the twist, just hours before this court appearance, reports had come out that his legal team had hit a serious roadblock. They said they hadn't received his case file, and they were running out of time. You see, the court had given them a short window to open their defense, but the lawyers claimed the documents needed to prepare weren't handed over on time. That's a big deal because the defense can't move forward without those files. And yet, despite all that pressure, Kanu still walked into that courtroom and spoke with courage. He looked at the judge, and he said those words calmly, but with weight, God will give me justice. Now, I want to ask you, if you were in his shoes, would you still have that kind of faith? Drop your thoughts in the comment section, and while you're there, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be followed closely. This case has dragged on for years, from his arrest, to his controversial extradition, to the many bail applications, and now, the ongoing trial. But this particular moment stands out because it's the first time in a long while that we've heard him speak from his heart. Observers in the courtroom said he looked calm but confident, as if he already knew something others didn't. Some said it wasn't just a statement, it was a message to his followers that they should not lose faith. And that's what makes this so powerful. Because when a man facing that kind of pressure still speaks about justice and God, it becomes more than just law, it becomes emotion, faith, and belief all wrapped together. Please, if you're still with me, click the like button right now so this video can reach more people who want to understand what's really going on. Now, let's talk about what happened next. The prosecution team seemed caught off guard by how strong his words were. His defense team looked re-energized. But the judge made it clear, the time set aside for the defense remains fixed. That means they have to come prepared next time, no excuses. The court also adjourned briefly to allow both sides to put their final positions in order. But here's where things get interesting, this one statement, God will give me justice, has sparked reactions far beyond the courtroom. Across the Southeast, social media is buzzing. Supporters are saying that Kanu has shown strength and grace under pressure. Others are saying it's a reminder that justice delayed is not always justice denied. And it doesn't stop there, even some human rights groups have started commenting again, saying that Nigeria needs to prove that its courts are fair to everyone, regardless of their political or social standing. If you care about fairness in our country, please hit that like button right now and subscribe. It really helps this platform grow and helps us keep sharing stories that matter. Now, here's another layer to the gist. This case has never been just about one man. It's about how justice works, how the law is applied, and how people perceive fairness in Nigeria. So, when Kanu stands there and says, God will give me justice, he's actually challenging the whole idea of whether people still trust the system to deliver truth. Let's be honest, this trial has dragged longer than most Nigerians expected. From the day he was brought back to Nigeria, to all the security presence, to all the delays, people have been asking one simple question: when will this case actually end? And that's what makes today's statement so symbolic. It's like he's saying, even if time passes, justice will still come, maybe not from man, but from above. If you believe that justice always wins in the end, comment below and say, justice will prevail. Let's see how many of you agree. Now, there are also people who think Kanu is using faith as strategy, that he's trying to appeal to emotion, to win public sympathy. But even if that's true, it's working, because the public is listening again. Whether you support him or not, you can't deny that the story just got emotional again. And honestly, that's what great courtroom moments are made of, words that shake everyone, even those who disagree. Now let's look at what could happen next. The defense is expected to start properly once the case file issue is settled. If they can't sort that out, there could be another delay, and that would frustrate both sides. But if they do proceed, we might finally see witnesses, evidence, and arguments presented, and maybe, just maybe, a step closer to ending this long legal journey. While we wait, there's one thing everyone's asking: what's the government's position now? So far, the government says they want the case to continue normally and that there's no interference. But we all know that in cases like this, public pressure plays a big role. Every statement, every word, can shift the tone. So, this one statement, God will give me justice, might be remembered as the turning point in the trial. If you think that's possible, show your support by liking this video and subscribing if you haven't yet. And as we round up, let's look at what this means emotionally, for the court, for the country, and for ordinary people watching from home. Many Nigerians, whether they support him or not, can relate to that feeling, standing before power, asking for fairness, hoping that someone, somewhere, will finally do what's right. That's why the courtroom was so quiet when he spoke. Because even though he's the one on trial, his words echoed something a lot of people feel, that we all want justice, and sometimes, only God seems able to give it. So my people, that's where things stand now. Kanu has spoken. The next session will determine how the defense begins, and we'll see whether that faith and courage he showed will reflect in the outcome. Please like this video right now, subscribe if you haven't, and share it with others who are following this story. Because the coming days could be crucial, and we'll be here to bring you every detail in a simple, clear, and balanced way.